y'all, I am so glad you are joining me for another What's for Dinner. This week we only have 2 meals because I have been kind of slack in the kitchen, I know, but it's been pretty busy. We've been preparing to go out of town for a long weekend, and we've been looking for land to try to buy so we can potentially build a house. So that in itself is a whole job. That's a whole nother story. So let's get into these meals, and I hope you guys give these a try and let me know what you think. So the first meal that we're gonna make is cube steaks and gravy in the crock pot. I am feeding 5 people, 3 adults out of those 5 people. So I am using 2 packs of 4-count cube steaks, a pack of dry onion soup mix, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, salt and pepper, and some water. In my little pitcher here, I am just adding 1 can of my cream of mushroom to about a cup of water, and I'll just mix that together really well, and then add in my other can of cream of mushroom, stir that around really well, and set it to the side. Now before I add my meat into my crock pot, I'm just going to grab some salt and pepper and season it really, really well. So at this point, I am going to put my meat in my crock pot, but I'm going to add some of that cream of mushroom soup and water mixture straight in the bottom, and then I'll place my cube steaks in there, season side down. That way, once they're all in there, I can season the bottom sides with the salt and pepper as well. Now I'm going to add in a package of Lipton dry onion soup mix and just sprinkle that evenly all over my meat, and then I'll grab the rest of my cream of mushroom soup and water mixture and pour that directly over it. Go ahead and cover your crock pot with your lid, set it to low, and you want to cook this for about 8 to 10 hours. When the meat's done, you can serve it over anything you like, but our preference is rice, so I just made some for the side. I'm super excited to show you guys these air fryer Parmesan ranch Brussels sprouts. Take this from a girl who typically cannot stand Brussels sprouts. You need to make these. You want to start out with a pound of Brussels sprouts, cut the bottoms off and take off any of the dark green leaves, and then cut them all in half just like this. Now in a small bowl, you want to add a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese and a tablespoon of dry ranch seasoning. Add a little salt and pepper to taste and mix it really well. At this point, you want to add all of your little Brussels sprout halves into a bowl, coat it with a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and then sprinkle over your Parmesan cheese and ranch mixture and stir it to combine and coat every little Brussels sprout. So now I'm just spraying the bottom of my air fryer basket with some vegetable spray, and then I'm going to add in all of my Brussels sprouts that we coated in the Parmesan and ranch mixture. just setting this to cook at 350 degrees, and it'll cook for about 12 minutes. And at the 6-minute mark, like halfway through, I'll open this up and just shake it around a little bit and then continue to cook for the additional 6 minutes. Everything's done, so now it's time to eat. The way we like to serve this meal is on a bed of rice, and then I'll put the cube steak and gravy over the top, and then I'm telling y'all, you have to try these amazing Brussels sprouts. My kids wouldn't eat them because they're kids and they're like, ew, they're little green cabbages. But I promise you, I have never once in my life liked Brussels sprouts, but these I could eat all day long, every day. So yeah, this meal was a 10 out of 10 for me. I hope you try it and enjoy it. Next up is a super easy Instant Pot recipe. This is just barbecue chicken in the Instant Pot. I know you're thinking, woo, nothing special. But I'm telling y'all, this was so easy after a long day at work. I have a pound of cut up chicken breast that I'm just seasoning with some onion and garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I'll do that on both sides before I add it into my pot. So my chicken's down inside of my Instant Pot. I'm gonna add a half a cup of water to this, and then in a 1 cup measure over here, I'm gonna add about half of that straight into the chicken and the water and just stir that around to combine, and then we're ready to turn on the Instant Pot. I've already put my lid on and I turn my valve to seal. I'm setting this to high pressure and we're gonna cook for 8 minutes. Remember, it does take about 10 minutes to come up to pressure, but to cook it all the way through, it only takes about 8 minutes. Side note, if you're doing chicken thighs, it takes about 13 minutes. Once that is done, let the pressure release naturally, and then you want to open your machine up, take all of your chicken out, drain out any excess liquid, and then put the chicken back inside, turn your pot to saute, and then add in the other half cup of barbecue sauce and cook it around for about 2 to 3 minutes until everything gets a little sticky. To go with the barbecue chicken, I just made some cauliflower in the microwave according to package directions. I drained off the water and then added this straight into a baking dish. Just drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil and then seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper and some garlic powder, and roasted this under the broiler at 450 for about 4 or 5 minutes, just long enough to get it a little brown. Once this is done in the oven, I like to pull it out and just sprinkle with some Parmesan cheese and stir really well to combine. And then you can add whatever side to go with this that you like. We did ready rice. I believe it was chicken and broccoli flavor, but now it's time to plate it up and eat. This really was one of the most simple meals we had, but it was so good. There's so much flavor that not one complaint from anybody. So I hope you guys give these recipes a try. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to stay up to date with more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. That way you get a notification every time I upload and you don't miss anything. Alright, bye guys.